So I'm going to go over one of my demo programs. It is this Magritte program. Right now, it's got some image files, some local image files, so it's zipped up, but you can download it off of Canvas, or I've also put it up here on my public website, which you can see here in this comment the URL for. All right, so let's just look at the page first. So here is using the live server. I open up the page, and it has, here is the title up here in the tab. Here is the header. I have an image. I have a drop-down, a select element, or often referred to as a drop-down select, and it has titles of paintings. And then when I choose a painting that the image for that painting is shown, then I just have a lot of text, and I stole from Wikipedia back in the day, and a link to WikiArt. Okay, so that is the page, and that's what we want to show the code behind. Okay, so here is, I have Visual Studio open. Everything is in this Magritte folder, so the HTML and the image files are sort of in the same location. I don't have any subfolders or anything like that. So I'm going to close, now that I've shown you the file structure, I'm going to close Explorer to show a little bit more code. All right. So I have the HTML, I have the head, I have some meta tags. Here is my title, that was the tab. I have some style. I'm going to collapse the style in a minute, but the body, the background color was a green. The color, which is the writing, was a bisque. Padding is a little bit of space around things. The image, I put a little space above and below. And when this is about the things, the choices within the drop-down select are known as options. And one of the options is checked, and I make that one bold. So you'll see here right now, not to be reproduced, that is the selected one. And if I'm showing the full list, then the one that is selected is in bold. So that's just a little bit of styling. And then I can, in Visual Studio Code, use this little arrow here to collapse that. Okay, so here's in the body. I'm still looking at my HTML. Here is the header. Here is the image. I'm going to code the image by changing the source of the image. So I needed to code the image, and so I gave it an ID so I can refer to it. Here is the source. The source is an image file, and I just have the image file, and I need the extension. And I just need the image file because they were in the same location. So if they were in a subfolder, then I'd need that subfolder here. I should have an alt. I should have some explanation of what's going on, and I don't, so I'm a bad boy. I can control the height of an image in two ways. The image is an old enough element, then I can just say, here's the height, it's 300, or I can do it within style. So here I did it the old-fashioned way and just said the height is 300. Because I have all these different images, and as they're changing, I don't want the page to be jumping around too much. So I gave the image element a height of 300, and so then the images all have to fit within that element. Okay, so here is the select. There's an open select, and down here a close select. The select gets the ID. So it's the select that we work with in code and as a user. And then within the select, we have the options, but we don't sort of directly work with the options. They are just the options. We will be working with the select. So the select is what gets an ID. I called it cell painting. I often use a prefix, cell for select, and then I'm selecting a painting. So I called it cell painting. Then we have to know our main event for a select. And the useful event for select is the onchange, when you are changing what is in the dropdown. And then I'm going to call a function called change image, open and close parenthesis to say that it's a function. I must define that below in my script area. And then between my open select and close select, I have options. And so here is my option tag, open option, and there's a close option. And then an option has two main pieces. What is between the open option and the close option, that is what the user will see. So the user is going to see for this first choice, the name of the painting and the year. There it is in the list, the name of the painting and the year. And then the value of the option, that's what we use behind the scenes. And in that case, we're using what's useful to us behind the scenes, which is the name of the image file. So what the user sees and what we use behind the scenes can be the same thing, but don't need to be the same things. And there are just a number of options. The text is in paragraph tags. I just stole it from Wikipedia. Here is an anchor tag. So that's just a hyperlink taking us to WikiArt. And target blank means that it won't replace the current page, but will open up in a new tab or a new browser. Here is my very simple script. Here's that function I had to define, change image. And I have just one very long assignment statement. So I am getting something from the page and then using that to do something to the page. And I decided to do it in one big long line. And so here first, here's what I'm getting from the page. I'm going to the page. I'm going to the select on the page, and I'm grabbing the value. That is the value of the chosen option. And you remember that that was the name of an image file. And then I'm using an assignment statement here. And then the other side of the assignment statement, I'm going to the page. I'm getting this case, the image element, and I'm changing its SRC, its source property, to that image file. Okay. And that's what I wanted to show you, how I used the drop-down list to control the source of an image. Thanks for your attention.